Hello students. So let's start with the problems on this logarithm. So in the last class I had given the general idea about the log, how to see the log, how to see the anti-log, how to write the characteristics, right? So by making use of those we should try to solve the problems on the logarithm. So already I have given the rules of it is logarithm, how to multiply, how to divide, how to remove the power and how to remove the root. So first we will see those rules one by one and then we will have the combined problems on it is logarithm. So let's start with the problems, right? So here is my first problem. So my first problem is multiply 36.42 by it is 4.237. Yeah, you have to multiply these two numbers by using the logarithm. So how to multiply by using the logarithm? Clear? So here we are going to multiply these two numbers. So when you want to multiply in two numbers, so already I have given the rule. First rule I have given, right? So when you want to multiply in two numbers, so logs always we have to add, right? So again I will rewrite this problem, that is 36.42 we have to multiply by it is 4.237. Yeah. So how to multiply in the words of it is logarithm. So first as it is you say by applying log and then you apply the log, right? So first you have to find out the log of it is 36.42, right? As there is a multiplication, log always we have to add, right? In this one you have to add the log of it is 4.237. So this is how you have to multiply in the words of logarithm. Clear? Now by using the logarithm table you have to find out the log of 36.42 and 4.237. So already I have told how to calculate the log, how to see the anti-log. Clear? So first you calculate the log of 36.42. So before going to the log table, so first always what you have write? You have write the characteristics. Clear? So the number is what it is 36.42. Clear? So when the number is in decimal, to write the characteristics of this number, I told always you have to use which part? Integral part. In the integral part you have to count the number of digits and from the total number of digits you have to minus one digit, right? So whatever remains is called as the logarithm. So the characteristics of this number will be number of digits in the integral part it is 2, right? Number of digits in the integral part it is 2 and from the total number of digits you minus 1. So remains how much it is? 1. So 1 is called as the characteristics of this number. Clear? And now you have to go for log table. So by using the log table you have to find out the fractional part, right? So how to see in the logarithm book I have told. So in the logarithm book what you have to see? Always you have to see first two digits in the first column, third digit we have to see in those respective columns from 0 to 9, and last column, last digit always we have to see in the last column, mean difference column, right? So you see 36 fourth column, mean difference second column. So if you see 36 fourth column, so 36 fourth column it comes to 5611. So 36 fourth column it came to 5611, and in the same row if you see mean difference, what it is? Mean difference second column. So mean difference second column is how much? It is 2. So whatever mean difference comes it is always added. So in 5611 if you add it is 2, so you get 5613. So this 5613 you have to write as it is after this decimal point. It is 5613. So 1.5613 is the logarithm of 36.42. This is how you have to find out the log. In the same manner you have to find out the log of it is 4.237. So it is log of, now again first you have to write the characteristics. So what must be the characteristics of this number? So this number is in decimal. When the number is in decimal, to find out the characteristics of such number, always you have to consider which part? integral part and not the fractional part. Fractional part you have to give. So in the integral part you count the number of digits. So number of digits in the integral part, how many? Only one digit, right? We find how many? Only one digit. From the total number of digits you minus 1. So remains what? It is 0. So characteristics of this number comes to what? It is 0. Write the characteristics, place the decimal point, and then you go for log table. In the log table, while seeing the log, we should not take into consideration the decimal point. Think there is no decimal point, and as it is, you have to find out the log. As it is, you have to read this number from the logarithm book. So how you have to read? Always first two digits in the first column, third digit in those respective columns from 0 up to 9, and last digit always we have to see in the mean difference column. So see 42, third column, mean difference, 7th column. So in the logarithm book, you find the number 42 in the first column. In the same row, you see third column. So you will get it is 6263. 6263, right? 42, third column. You will get 6263. And in the same row, you see mean difference, 7th column. So mean difference, 7th column, you will get is 7. That mean difference always you have to add. So if you add this, so you will get 6270. So 6270 you write as it is after the decimal point. So it is 6270. So this is how you have to find out the log of the number 4.237. So after finding the logs, now what you have to do? Both the logs we have to add. So add both the logs. So therefore it is log of, now adding 3 plus 0 you will get it is 3, 1 plus 7 you will get it is 8, 6 plus 2 you will get it is 8, 5 plus 6 you will get 11, it is carry 1, right? Now add this also, 1 plus 0 plus this carry 1, right? So 1 plus 0 plus 1 you will get it is how much? It is 2. So after adding this, it came to how much? It is 2.1883. So when you add this log, then our multiplication gets completed, right? Now what I want the result, I want the answer, and whenever you want the answer, you have to go for what it is, anti-log. Means if you see the anti-log of this log, we get the answer, right? So now you have to go for anti-log. So after logarithm, they have given the next page is of anti-logarithm. So in the anti-logarithm, you see the value. So let's see the anti-log. So below that you have to write, that is anti-log. Anti-log of, it is 2.1883. So when you go for anti-log, right? So I told in the anti-logarithm, how you see log, like that you have to see the anti-log. But when you see the anti-log, always you have to refer which part? Fractional part. By referring this fractional part, we have to find out the value from the anti-logarithm. Because in the first column, whatever values are there, they are in 2 digits, but they are starting from where? Decimal, 0.00, 0.01, 0.02, like that, right? So that's why always you have to start from where? Decimal. From decimal we have to take first 2 digits. So in the first column we have to find out the number 0.18. In the same row we have to see 8 column, and in the same row we have to see mean difference, 3rd column. Clear? So always we have to refer which part? Fractional part, and we have to find out the value from the anti-logarithm table, and then we have to proceed further, right? So let's see the anti-log of this value. So in the anti-log you see 0.18. So 0.18 in the same row you see 8 column. So 0.18, 8th column you will get 1542, 1542, right? So 1542, and in the same row you see mean difference, it is which column? 3rd column. So mean difference 3rd column is how much? It is 1. So that mean difference you have to add. So if you add, you will get it is 1543. Clear? So 0.18, 8th column, mean difference 3rd column, the value comes to is 1543. So write that 1543 as it is. Clear? So this is how you have to see the value from the anti-logarithm. And now you have to place the decimal point, and to place the decimal point, what you have to do? You have to use the characteristics. Always we have to use the integral part. So in the integral part, or in the way you see the characteristics. So what is my characteristics here? It is 2, right? So these characteristics may be positive or negative. So while seeing the anti-log, when your characteristics is positive, you have to add 1. whatever characteristics is there, in that one you have to add 1 if it is positive, and if it is negative 1 you have to minus. Clear? Because while finding the log, while determining the characteristics, what we do, we count the number of digits, and from the total number of digits we minus 1 digit. So whatever 1 digit we minus while finding the log, the same digit we have to re-add when we see the anti-log. This is the reason as to why we have to add 1. So in short, you remember, if your characteristics is positive, add 1, and if your characteristics is negative, you minus 1. Clear? So as my characteristics is positive here, how much it is? 2. In that one you have to add 1. So my characteristics becomes how much it is? 3. Means what you have to do? From here you have to count how many digits? 3 digits. 1, 2, 3, and then you have to place the decimal point. Right? To decide where to place the decimal point, for that we make use of what? This characteristics. Right? So my characteristics becomes now 3. From here you count 3 digits and then you place the decimal point. Means in the calculator, if you multiply these two values, the calculator also will give the answer. It is 154.3 approximately. Right? Logarithm always give the approximate results, remember. Clear? So I hope it is clear to you all how to multiply the two numbers by using the logarithm. Like problems also, they will ask in the exam in section A for how many marks? 2 marks. Clear? Or let's take the next example on this. So my next example is multiply number 2. Multiply, it is 49.57 by, it is 2.565. Yeah, we have to multiply again these two numbers by using the logarithm. So again let's multiply these two numbers by using the logarithm. So again I will rewrite the problem. That is 49.57 into, it is 2.565. So whenever you want to multiply by using the logarithm, so logs always we have to add. So as it is, you say by applying log and apply the log. So how you have to apply the log? You have to find out the log of, it is 49.57. As there is a multiplication, logs always we have to add. In that one we have to add the log of, it is 2.565, like this. Clear? Or now use the log table and find out the logs one by one. So before going to the log table, first always what you have to write? You have to write the characteristics, right? So how you have to write the characteristics? Now again the given number is in decimal, it is 49.57, and whenever the number is in decimal, to write the characteristics of such number, always we have to consider which part? The integral part, right? In the integral part you count the number of digits. So in this integral part, how many digits you can see here? 2, right? Number of digits in the integral part 2, and from total number of digits we minus 1. So remains how much it is? 1. So what remains is called as the characteristics. So the characteristics of this number comes to is 1. So write the characteristics, place the decimal point, and then you go for log table. So in the logarithm table, now how you have to read this number? In the first column you find the number 49. In the same row you see which column? 5th column. And in the same row you see mean difference, which column? 7th column. And what mean difference comes? It is always added. So see 49 5th column in the logarithm. So 49 5th column. So 49 5th column, if you see, it comes to, it is 6946. 6946. Yeah, 49 5th column, it comes to 6946, and mean difference in the same row you see mean difference 7th column. So mean difference 7th column, it comes to 6. Right? So that mean difference always you have to add. So if you add this, it comes to, it is 6952. So this 6952 you write as it is after the decimal point. So 1.6952 is called as the logarithm of the number, it is 49.57. Clear? Like that, we have to find out the log of 2.565. So first again you write the characteristics of this number. Again this number is in decimal, so we have to consider which part, integral part. In the integral part, how many digits you can see? Only 1. So count the number of digits in the integral part, it is 1, and from the total number of digits you minus 1. So whatever remains is called as the characteristics. So the characteristics of this number comes to is 0, place a decimal point and go for log. When you go for log, in the log you have to see always first 2 digits in the first column, third digit in the respective columns from 0 to 9, and last digit 5 you have to see in the mean difference column, like that. So see 25 6th column mean difference, 5th column in the logarithm book. So 25 6th column. So 25 6th column, it comes to 4082. 4082. Then you have to see mean difference which column? 5th column. So mean difference 5th column, you will get how much it is? 9. So add that mean difference 9, so you get 1 9 means 0 4 4091. Right? You write the characteristics, then you place a decimal point, then you see 25 6th column mean difference 5th column, it comes to 4091. You write as it is after the decimal point. Clear? So this is how you have to see the log from the logarithm book. Clear? And now what you have to do? These two logs we have to add. When we add these two logs, then our multiplication gets completed. So add these two logs. So it is log of 2 plus 1, it is 3, 5 plus it is 9, 14, it is carry 1, 9 plus it is 1, it is 10, it is carry 1. So 6 plus it is 5, you get it is 11, it is carry 1. So 1 plus 1, you will get it is 2. So after adding these two logs, right, so we have got it is 2.1043. Okay, so our multiplication is over. Now what I want the result, I want the answer, and whenever you want the answer you have to go for anti-log. So see the anti-log of this log, we get the answer. Now go for anti-log. So here you have to write that is anti-log of it is 2.1043. Yeah. So how to see the anti-log? Always you have to see the anti-log, always we have to refer what it is, fractional part. By referring fractional part, you have to find out the value from the anti-logarithm, and this characteristics is used for placing the decimal point, right? So let's see the anti-log first. So in the anti-log, first what you have to see 0.10. 0.10 in the first column. In the same row you see fourth column, and in the same row you see mean difference which column? Third column. So see 0.10. 0.10 fourth column. So 0.10 fourth column will get 1271. 1271. 0.10 fourth column is 1271, and mean difference third column. So mean difference third column is 1, right? So that mean difference 1 you have to add. So if you add, you get 1272. So whatever you have got 1272, you write that value 1272. So this is how you will get the value by referring the anti-logarithm or by referring this fractional part. And now what you have to do, you have to give the decimal point. My question is where to place the decimal point, whether you have to place after 1, 2, 7 or after 2. To decide that, what you have to do, you have to refer the characteristics. What is my characteristics here? Plus 2 it is. It is positive. So what the rule says, if while seeing the anti-log, if my characteristics is positive, so always 1 we have to add. So what may be the characteristics here? Characteristics is 2, in that one you add 1. So my characteristics becomes how much? It is 3. Means from here you count 3 digits and then you place the decimal point. So it is 1, 2, 3 point will come here. So answer comes to is 127.2. So if you multiply these two values in the calculator, the value will come, it is 127.2. So this is how you have to multiply any two numbers by using the logarithm. Clear? So I hope you are understanding. Clear? Or we'll go for the next sum. So I will take the next sum, that is number 3. Suppose the question is multiply it is 23.72 by it is 0.03453. Clear? So you have to multiply these two numbers by using the logarithm. Now let's multiply these two numbers again by using the logarithm. So again, as it is, I will rewrite the problem again. It is 23.72 into it is 0.034. It is 53. So before going to the log table, first here you write as it is by applying log. Then apply the log. So how you have to apply the log? You have to find out the log of 23.72. As there is a multiplications, log we have to add, plus it is log of it is 0.03453. This is how you have to multiply. And now by using the log table you find out the logs. Now let's first calculate the log of the number 23.72. So log of, again this number is in decimal, so we have to consider which part, integral part. In the integral part you count the number of digits, and from the total number of digits you minus 1. So how many digits you can see here in the integral part? 2, and from the total number of digits you minus 1, equal to remains what? It is 1. So 1 is called as the characteristics. So the characteristics of this number, it comes to it is 1, place the decimal point, and then you go for log table. In the log table you have to see 23 7th column, mean difference second column. So now you see 23 7th column. So 23 7th column you will get 3747, and mean difference it is second column is 4. So add that, so you will get 3751, right? 3751 plus. Now you have to find out the log of the number 0.03453. So first you write the characteristics. So what must be the characteristics of this number? Now this number is also in decimal, right? But this number is less than 1. It is not more than 1. This number is also in decimal, but that number is what? More than 1. So I told while teaching about the logarithm. So whenever, first always you have to check whether the given number is 1, more than 1 or less than 1. If the given number is 1 or more than 1, characteristics always remains positive, and if the given number is less than 1, the characteristics always remains negative. Now this number is less than 1, 0.03453. So whenever the number is less than 1, to determine the characteristics of such number, so always you have to consider which part? Fractional part, opposite of this, right? So but in the fractional part, right? In the fractional part we should not count the number of digits. What we have to count? We have to count the number of zeros followed by the decimal point. Means after the decimal point, after, not before. After this decimal point, how many zeros we can see here? Only 1 0. So those zeros we have to count. So after the decimal point, there are how many zeros? There is only 1 0. And whatever number of zeros are there, in that one we have to add one more 0. So my total number of zeros becomes how much? It is 2. And to indicate the number of zeros, we use the symbol that is bar, right? And how to read this? Bar 2. Clear? Always first you have to read the sign, then you have to read the number, bar 2. So the characteristics of this number will be, it is what? It is bar 2. Clear? So I hope it is clear how to write the characteristics when the number is less than 1. Then after writing the characteristics, right, then as it is you have to find out the log. Okay, so in the logarithm book, again I told, while seeing the log we should not take into consideration the decimal point, right? Think there is no decimal point, and then you have to take the 2 digits, right? First 2 digits you have to see in the first column. So if you cancel this decimal point, if you think there is no decimal point, so can you see 0 0 in the first column? We cannot see, because in the logarithm in the first column the values are started from 10 10 onwards, 10, 11, 12, they have not started from it is 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4 or 0, 0. So in the first column we cannot see 0, 0. We cannot see 0, 0 even if we leave this 0, and if we see, I will see 0, 3 in the first column also we cannot see, because values have started from it is 10. So even we cannot see 0, 3 also in the first column. Means what? While seeing the log, we should not take into consideration this decimal point and the zeros. Decimal point and zeros have no importance while seeing the log, right? So always we have to start with the digits. So we cannot see 0, 0, we cannot see 0, 3, but we can see 34 in the first column now, right? So that's why while finding the log, we should not consider the 0, neither 0 nor what it is decimal point. Yeah. So how you have to read? It is 34. 34 fifth column, mean difference third column, right? So in the logarithm you see 34 fifth column. So 34 fifth column, if you see, you will get it is 5, 3, 7, 8, and mean difference if you see third column, so it is 4. So if you add that, you will get 5, 3, 8, 2. 5, 3, 8, 2. Yeah. So write the characteristics, then you place the decimal point, then you find out the value from the from the logarithm, and then you write as it is after the decimal point. So bar 2.5382 is called as the logarithm of the number, it is 0.03453. Yeah. So this is how you have to find out the logs, and after finding the logs, these two logs we have to add. So add these two logs. So 1 plus 2 it is 3, 5 plus it is 8, it is 13, it is carry 1. Then 7 plus it is 4, you will get it is 11, it is carry 1. So 3 plus it is 6, you will get it is how much? 9. Place a decimal point, and these two characteristics you have to add. So we are adding, so we have to add 1 plus bar 2. So how to add 1 plus bar 2? So that calculation you work out separately. So how you have to add this? So it is 1, we have to add, it is how much? It is bar 2, that you write into small bracket. 1 plus bar 2. So 1 plus bar 2, it is assumed to be what it is? Minus 2. Bar 2 is assumed to be minus 2. It is considered as minus, negative, right? Or it is 1 multiplied by this sign to the sign inside the bracket, plus into minus remains, it is minus 2. So 1 minus 2 is how much? It is minus 1, and minus 1 is written as what? It is bar 1. Yeah. So after adding these two characteristics like this separately, it comes to bar 1. So here I have write it is bar 1. So after adding these two logs, we have got it is bar 1.9133. Clear? Now when we add the log, our multiplication gets completed. Now I want the result answer, so you have to go for anti-log. Now go for anti-log. See the anti-log of this log. So here I have write that is anti-log of, it is bar 1.9133. Yeah. Now go for anti-logarithm. So I told while seeing the anti-log, always we have to refer which part? Fractional part. Refer the fractional part and find out the value from the anti-logarithm, and this part is used for placing the decimal point. So let's see the anti-log. So in the anti-log, you see 0.91. Find out the value in the first column, 0.91, in the same row third column, in the same row mean difference third column. So 0.91 you see third column, so it comes to 8185, 8185, and in the same row you see mean difference third column, it comes to 6. So add that, you will get 8191. Value comes to this 8191. Yeah. So this is how you have to find out the value from the anti-logarithm by referring this fractional part. And now we have to place the decimal point. Now question is where to place the decimal point. Now here my characteristics is negative, right? So I told while saying the anti-log, if your characteristics is negative, so you have to minus 1. If it is positive, you have to add 1, and if it is negative, you have to minus 1. Because while determining the characteristics, what we do? We count the number of zeros followed by the decimal point, and in the total number of zeros we add one more zero. Whatever one zero extra we add, the same we have to minus while seeing the anti-log. So this is the reason as to why we have to minus one digit when the characteristics is negative. So here my characteristics is negative. So bar 1 indicates what? 1 0. Right? Because to indicate the number of zeros we use this symbol. So bar 1 means what it is? 1 0. So from 1 0, if you minus 1 0, remains no zeros. Remains no zeros. Means what is the meaning of that? That number has no zeros after the decimal point. There should not be any zeros after the decimal point. Such a decimal point we have to put, right? So whenever the characteristic is negative, decimal point we have to give before these digits, not after, right? Decimal point will come before these digits. So before these digits we have to give the decimal point. So this 0 is indicating what? There should not be any zeros after the decimal point. We simply have to give the decimal point, right? So this is how you have to place the decimal point when the characteristic is negative. Clear? So the value comes to 0.8191. So if you multiply this also in the calculator will give this answer as 0.8191. Understood? So I hope you have understood. Clear? So this calculation is very important when the characteristics comes negative, right? How to add when the characteristics is negative, and when the characteristics is negative, how to place the decimal point. These points are very important, because if you are perfect in this, then only you can score the marks on logarithm. Otherwise it is very difficult. Clear? Or let's have next sum on this. Suppose question number 4. Multiply multiply 0.004752 by 0.0002375. Clear? So again, as it is, you have to multiply these these two numbers. So again I will rewrite the